We continue now at the top of Daf Ayin Amud Beis in Meseches Bava Basra. This is Bava Basra Daf 70b. On the previous summit, the Gemara said that if a mafkid deposits something by a nifkad, and the nifkad claims that he already returned it to the mafkid, even though the mafkid has a shtar in his possession, still the nifkad is believed. And the reason why the nifkad is believed is because he has a migo. He could say that there was an onus, and a shomer, a nifkad, is not responsible for onsin, and so therefore when he says he returned it, he's also believed. And the Gemara continues sof, but still at the end, Kiyamar le nensu. Let's say he would say nensu. Let's say the nifkad would claim that there was an ones, lav shvua. Boy, he still would need to take a shvua. It's not like he completely exempts himself. And so therefore over here also there should at least need to be a shvua. And the Gemara says, hachinami my nemon. Here also that's what it means. What does it mean he's believed? When he says he returned it, nemon b'shvua. It means he's believed, but he does have to take a shvua. And the Rashbam explains, lav shvua. Boy, bitmiya, doesn't he need to take a shvua? V'hashta amrit nemon below shvua. Now it sounds like you're saying he's believed to say he returned it without a shvua. V'al yedei migo lo motzes lemiftere mishvua al yedei tanoso. But with a migo, you can't say he's exempt from a shvua through his claim. L'kaim below shvua. He could keep it. Now we accept his claim without a shvua. K'dichsiv to shvua Hashem tiyeh ben shteim. It says there has to be a shvua, and so the Gemara says that's indeed the case over here. When we say he's believed with a migo, we do mean that he needs to take a shvua. And the Gemara continues, lema bepluksa dahani tanoi. Let's say this issue is actually machlokas tanoim. In the following brisa, the Tanyas we learned in a brisa, shtar kiss hayotze al yisomim. If you have a shtar kiss against yisomim, a case of a shtar kiss is, let's say somebody gives money to somebody else, and the idea is that this person will invest the money and they will divide the profits. In such a situation, we essentially say that the money that's given to the person in this joint venture, that money is given half as a loan and half as a deposit. And so the idea is the half that's given as a loan, if he profits with that half, so to speak, that profit goes to the person who's actually using the money to profit. It's a loan. If he makes money, he keeps any money that he makes, and the half that's a pikadon, so if that half grows, that actually goes back to the person who gave the money. That's essentially how these joint ventures work. So now you have a situation where the money was given, and the person who the money was given to, he dies, and now a person is coming and saying to the Yisomim, to the orphans, I want my money back. And so the question is this person able to collect the money from the Yisomim? And the Rashbam points out, if this was a regular loan, of course he would be able to collect from the Yisomim. And the Brisa continues, Dayone Gola Amri, the judges of the exile, they say, Nishba v'go v'kulo. It's the same thing. He can take an oath, and he can collect the entire thing from the Yisomim. V'dayone Eretz Yisrael Amri, but the judges of Eretz Yisrael, they say, Nishba v'go v'mechzen. This joint venture, the person can take an oath, but he can only collect half. He cannot collect the entire thing. And the Gemara says, our understanding of this brisa now is that everybody agrees with Nahardoi's understanding of what a shtar kiss is. The Amri Nahardoi, because in Nahardoi they say, the sages of Nahardoi say, Hayiska, when it comes to a joint venture, Palga Milvo, Palga Pikadon. Half of the money that's given is given as a loan, and half of it is given as a deposit, as we just explained. And so the Gemara says, My lav is it not? B'hakam iflagi. This is exactly the machlokis between the Dayane Gol and the Dayane Eretz Yisrael. Demar Savar, because one master holds, Matzi Yamar le shtarcha biyadi my boy, that he can say to him, what is your shtar doing in my possession? Meaning to say, when this person comes to the orphans and demands his money back, he's holding a shtar, and that's why he can collect not only the loan part, not only the milva part, but he can collect the pikadon part as well. There's nothing they can respond. They can't say that it was already paid back because he's holding a shtar. But Umar Savar, but the other one holds, like Rav Chisda said, Lo Amri, that we don't say that, meaning you're not able to say shtarcha biyadi my boy, because since on the pikadon part, you can always claim nensu, you can always claim there was an onus, so you're also believed to say that you paid it back, essentially like Rav Chisda said. And the Gemara continues, Lo no, de kuli alma islu de Rav Chisda. Could be that everybody in this brisa, both the Dayane Gola and the Dayane Eretz Yisrael, they hold the Rav Chisda, meaning to say that they hold that there is a migo over here, and when it comes to pikadon, they're able to say that it was already paid back, just like they're able to say nensu. And so then the question is, if that is the case, how is this person able to collect the entire thing? Again, according to the Dayane Gola, he's able to collect the whole thing. How is that possible? Because here they're arguing as follows. Demar Savar, because one master holds, Im Isa de Pare, if it's really true that the father who died already paid everything back, because again, the claim over here that the Yisomim are making is that it was already paid, we don't know the Pikadon part, but if that was really true, Meimar Haviyamar, so then the father would have told that to the children, to the Yisomim. The fact that the father did not tell that to the Yisomim, therefore it indicates that the money was not paid back, and that's the real reason why the Dayane Gola say he's able to collect the entire thing, because we have a reason to believe that it wasn't all paid back. In a normal normal case of pikadon, a person could claim, the nifkad could claim, I already paid you back. In this particular case, the Dayane Gola say that is not a good claim. Umar Savar and the other master holds, meaning the Dayane Eretz Yisrael, they hold that it is a good claim. They are able to say that it was already paid back because we can say Malach HaMavis, who da'an say that the Malach HaMavis forced him, meaning to say he died suddenly, the father, and he wasn't able to detail everything to his children, and really he would have told them, but he wasn't able to, and therefore this claim that it was already paid back is a good claim. And the Gemara continues, Sholach Rav Huna bar Avin sent the following, Hamafked etzel chaver of b'shtar, if somebody deposits something by his friend with a shtar, v'yomar lo, and then the nifkad says to him, Echzartev loch, I already returned it to you, Namon, he is believed, meaning to say, even though the mafked has a shtar in his possession, the nifkad can say he already returned it because he has a migo, he could have said there was an onus. And furthermore, ushtar kis hayotze al yasomen, if you have a shtar kis against the orphans, again, this is the case of the joint venture, so nishba v'gova kulo, so the person who's coming to collect from the orphans, he can take an oath and he can collect the entire thing, and here it sounds like he can collect even the half that is the deposit. It goes against what we just said, because again, we just said before that by a deposit, the person can make the claim, I already returned it, and here we're saying you can collect the deposit half from the Yisomim, and so the Gemara asks, Tarti, isn't this two things that contradict one another? And the Gemara answers in line with what it said above, Shani Hasam, it's different over there by the joint venture, when you're talking about orphans, the Imisa Depari, because if it was really true that this was already paid back, Meimar Haviyomer, so the father would have told the orphans, so you have reason to believe in this particular case that it was not paid back, and that's why we say that he is able to collect the entire thing, and again, that's in accordance with what the Dayane Gola say, with what the judges of the exile said above. And the Gemara continues, Rava Amar Rava says, Hilchas of the halacha is Nishba v'gova mechza, that he actually can take an oath and only collect half, like the Dayane Eretz Yisrael. Amar Mar Zutra, but then Mar Zutra said, Hilchas of Dayane Gola. The halacha is like the Dayane Gola, and apparently he can collect the entire thing. Amar Le Ravina la Mar Zutra, so Ravina said to Mar Zutra, Amar Rava, but didn't Rava say Nishba v'gova mechza, that he takes an oath and he only collects half, and you're saying that the halacha is like the Dayane Gola, it sounds like you can collect the entire thing. Amar Le said to him, Anon the Dayane Gola, we learned the Dayane Gola said the opposite of what you learned above, meaning the way we understood the Dayane Gola was in line with the idea that he takes an oath and collects half, and therefore it is consistent, and we will continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Ayin Aleph Amud Aleph.